Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. In the Kishkindha kandham, what we have today is the Tara's, the wife of Bali, Tara's grief and the advice given by Sri Rama to Tara. As Bali was killed by Rama, immediately after that Tara came to where Bali was lying down dead. Tara was grief-stricken, obviously, and she beat her chest in sorrow and wailed uncontrollably and reached the place. And she was saying, "Why do I need all the kingdom and my son? Why should I live any longer? Oh Lord, you should have killed me also, and or otherwise I will jump into the funeral pyre. And if you kill me also, you will get the virtue of having having given a daughter away in marriage. So it is that kind of virtue you could have received just by killing me. So my beloved cannot stand in separation from me. So why did you kill him, and put me into this sorrow? Rama, you are a royal king, and you know the sorrow of separation as you are away from your better half. Sugriva, leave behind your sorrow and live happily with Rama and enjoy the royal life." Hearing Tara, Sri Rama was telling, "Tara, why are you sorrowful? There is no need for it. Is your husband just a body or jiva? The body is composed of 5 elements, space, air, fire, water, and earth. And it has been held together by your blood, skin, and bones. But know that the body is worthless. But jiva is the main aspect of your life. Jiva is the essence in us. And it is unborn, and there is no death to it. It has no decay. And it has no identity of sex, nor it is affected by the dualities of life, the likes and dislikes, pleasures and pain, etc. And this jiva is the only thing that is common in all of us. And the immaculate single reality that has no attributes or no changes. When you understand this, you will not cry because you know the principle of life." Then Tara, somewhat pacified, and she continues to ask Rama, "Lord, instruct me, what should I do to get this vision in me?" So Rama goes on to giving her a philosophical discourse itself, and that is the summary of Vedanta in itself. So I'm not going into the full details of the Vedanta, but Rama is saying, since you were devoted to me even in the past lives, you are seeing me in flesh and blood in this life. And that itself is a satsanga. And as you are born into a family where you have to deplete all your karmas, and that is where if you have accumulated enough virtue, you will come in contact with noble people, and that is satsanga. Once you have the satsanga, you can get the vision that the Jivatma and Paramatma, the Supreme Soul, is one and the same. So the death is happening only to the body and mind perhaps, but not to the Jiva itself. So chant my name, meditate upon me, and constantly remember me. That's how you can attain liberation. So hearing Rama's words, Tara was composed, and she left her ego, because all the sorrows, the pains and pleasures are affecting only the ego. So Tara was able to compose herself and then continue her life as a Jivan Mukta. That is, Jivan Mukta is liberated while alive. And so with the satsang of Rama, Tara was able to redeem herself of all the pains of life, and she was a Jivan Mukta. And that is the Upadesa, or the advice given by Sri Rama to Tara. Then the story goes on to coronation of Sugriva as the king of Kishkindha, and Rama and Lakshmana moves to Pravarshana hill, and then there one day they were staying on top of the hill because that was already the 4 months of rainy season. So that rainy season they decided to stay in the Pravarshana mountain. So the Pravarshana mountain was very beautiful. Actually, it was very beautiful area, conducive to conduct meditation and sadhana. So oftentimes the brothers would reach in a state of samadhi. So one day Lakshmana told Rama that he would like to be instructed in the Kriya Yoga of spiritual life. I have heard that the Kriya Marga leads us who follows the fourfold Varna division of the societal life. The moksha. Please instruct me in detail what sages such as Narada, Vyasa and Brahma are accomplishing by doing this puja to Narayana. Tell me how to attain moksha. In this life itself, your instructions will be a guide for others as well, not just for me. It is also for the future. Please instruct me. So Rama said, listen Lakshmana, you may do puja in a variety of ways, and it is not difficult, but it is difficult to tell you all these details exhaustively. So I will narrate concisely as you are so dear to me. So if one develops the qualities, just the qualities that you have, and that is the qualities of a Brahmana, or if you are born into a noble family, then the whole puja rituals can be done within the family atmosphere. It can be done even with the lotus of your heart. It doesn't have to be physically done. It can also be done in the Hridaya Kamala, that is the lotus of your heart. You can actually do it in your heart itself. But if you have all the facilities, do it physical puja also. The whole puja rituals can be done with the contemplation. And you can do with the fire, idols, sun, water, or at an altar. But if you have a proper salagrama stone, that is the best one to have. So take bath early in the morning and conduct all the daily rituals and chanting in the morning and in the evening and in the twilight times. And imagine me as your guru. Here Rama is talking himself as the Paramatma or the Supreme Being, not just the brother of Lakshmana. He is talking as the Supreme Being. He is saying, imagine me as your guru in your mental screen and then meditate upon me. And you can do with my idol, you can use incense, you can use flowers and light, and gather all the materials required for the puja and arrange them in a place, nice place, clean place, and do it as a yajna, use it as a ritual. And if you can do not have any of the materials, don't worry. You can use just a drop of water. I will be happy with just a drop of water submitted to me with devotion. That's enough. And of course, if you can afford it, you have to do. You should not spare any expense in conducting my puja. It all depends on what you can afford and what you are able to do. So physically, if you are able to do all the pujas properly, and financially, if you are able to conduct it with the proper materials, even with the big pomp and show, you can do it. But that is not necessary. You can just use an incense, flowers, and just a drop of water. But you can also have a big feast. Because I like everything offered to me with devotion. After the ritual puja, you can offer me music and dances and all kinds of art forms. I like all those. And keep me always in your mind and accept the remnants of the puja as your prasad and partake in it, and also distribute that prasad to everybody around you. Do this daily and you will develop devotion, and that would lead to moksha. When you drop your body, you can attain sarupya, that is a rupa or an image very similar to myself. And here he is talking about Rama. You can get an image very similar to myself at the time when you drop the body and then move on to the next life. And even just learning about this Kriya Marga, or this method just explained by Rama, is beneficial. Even just by hearing it, it will be beneficial. But what to talk about if one can actually conduct it properly. And interestingly, after instructing all these, Rama falls back to the samsara, and then he starts crying about Sita, because he was missing Sita, and then he was uncontrollably crying, and Lakshmana had to pacify him. And this is the episode of Kriya Marga in a very short, as a short summary. Harihi Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Harihi Om.